ladies and gentlemen, we are going over the top 5, yes, the top 5 best games to play on your Nintendo Switch, couch co-op style or head-to-head. It doesn't really matter. And I'm going to bring a guest on to the wonderful, comfy futon, and that is going to be me. I have been playing with myself for the past day, figuring out what are my top 5 right now best couch co-op or couch versus games. And you know what? I want to tell you about it. Not just me, but me. This is my cooler version. This is my oversized hoodie and backwards snap cap JD. What's up, JD?
Doing great, man.
Oh, they can't hear you. Yeah, get the mic. There we go. Yeah. How's it going, bud? I'm doing awesome, man. I'm super stoked to tell you guys about my top 5 favorite. Well, only 2, actually. Well, I'm excited to have your opinion, too, because after all, it's my own. I can actually only stay here for 2. That's fine. All right, well, let's kick it off. And you know what? What better person to start off this top 5 than with you, JD?
Me?
So go ahead.
Okay.
Hit him with your number 1 pick. Doesn't have to be actually our number 1 pick, but just hit him with the first one. Okay, so the first game that I would say is going to be on this list is Super Smash Brothers. The reason why Super Smash Brothers is number 1 for me is because this game has so much content packed into it, and Super Smash Brothers has honestly just a blast and a half of fun. You have so many different things, so many different characters to choose from. It's awesome. Dude, I couldn't agree more myself. Super Smash Brothers is so much fun, and what's nice is it really doesn't matter how big the screen you have, because with Super Smash Brothers, it's all one battleground, and so you're playing on the same map. It expands and gets smaller dynamically with when you're playing, so you can play it on a screen as small as a Nintendo Switch or boost it up as big as your actual TV, and it's all going to be the same. Not to mention, you have your Joy-Cons already, and though it's not the best gaming situation, I would say that the Joy-Cons suffice, and so you can get at least 2 people, and if you have people with other Joy-Cons, you can get more as well and have some fun. My pick? Well, I'll tell you my pick. It's going to be the same as your pick, and that's going to be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This game, especially if you have the expansion pack, or you can purchase the extra courses yourself, is incredible. It has so many different courses to play, as well as different battle modes and versus modes, although I just like to play the normal race mode or the Grand Prix mode with my friends. This game is packed full of racing fun, and I personally have always loved the Mario Kart franchise. I've played it either on the Super Nintendo or on the Nintendo 64 or even on the 3DS, and I mean, I have enjoyed every minute of this game. Some people don't like the courses as much, but I'll tell you right now, I love the courses. Me too. I think they're so much fun. They're so rad. But what I like most about them is honestly the variety and the challenge that some of them have, and the secret passageways that I've never actually tried to get until more recently. And my game has gotten pretty strong, if I do say so myself. This game is clutch and a must-have for anyone who has a Nintendo Switch. Yeah, the editing this is a nightmare. We're going to have to say bye-bye to JD. Okay, see you, JD. Later, man. All right, guys. So really, when it comes down to the next 3, I'm just going to have to tell you right now. Hey, man, do you want some Chipotle? Yeah, I'll get my normal order from Chipotle. Okay. See you. All right, thanks, man. I'll tell you right now, when it comes to the next 3, all of them are available on other consoles as well. They're not exclusive to the Nintendo Switch. So we're going to start off with one that might be a little more obscure if you've ever heard of it. It's called Broforce. Broforce is hysterical. It is 2 to 4 people. It is a freaking hoot and a half. You basically are going around by bro versions of super crazy macho men heroes of the day. It is super hysterical. You can go as Blade, which is like bro Blade or something, and then different bro characters of history. It's awesome. And what I like the most about it is it's super funny. It's kind of challenging because it's a platformer. The art style is silly enough, but it's just like wildly over the top gory. And the mechanics of the game lend itself to a good couch co-op laugh situation. You can play it with just by yourself, which I have run arcade mode, or you can play it with your friends. And I say right now, honestly, this game is super, super fun. It's often on sale, so you can find it anywhere. So I would say Broforce is awesome and super silly, goofy, good time to play. Another one is called TowerFall. TowerFall has got to be one of the more frustrating co-op situations that you have. It was a game I got early on with my Nintendo Switch, and you can play multiple people on the same Switch, multiple people on the TV. You can play online. It is a fun versus game, and you can do some co-op stuff. What's the most silly part about it is it's simple. Because it's so simple, you feel like it should be easy, when in reality, it's not easy at all. It's actually quite frustrating and quite difficult, but that in and of itself is fun because, again, you can get some cross-map kills with an arrow, you can do super silly things when it comes to fighting your friends, and is just one of those games that when you're sitting on a couch with a buddy or whatever it's going to be, and you're just going to have a good time with your friends. And now the last one, and again, if you guys are getting any sort of value from this and you're enjoying this at all, please hit the like button. That helps me out a ton. Subscribe to the channel if you want more Nintendo Switch or different video game stuff. I'm all about playing video games with friends. The couch co-op thing is super fun, and I just want to get this community up and running and see how many couch co-opers we can get. But going on to the next thing, the last thing, the most recent game to come out in this list it's gotta be Shredder's Revenge. That TMNT game really took us by storm. If you have Xbox Series S, Series X, or just Game Pass in general, you're going to already have access to that game. You're not going to have to purchase it. But if you do have to purchase it on the Nintendo Switch, you have that as well. You can play multiplayer with a bunch of people. The art style is what sells this game. It is a classic side-scrolling, beautiful TMNT game. It throws back to the 90s. You got silly things, dancing, charging up your character, having a good old time. It is tough. It is very, very challenging. There are multiple different difficulties, so you can go from easy to experience the story and just have a good time, or you can go all the way up to the most difficult and really just bash your head against the wall because there's no way you're going to beat it. You can play arcade mode, which I'm going to quote someone that I talk to video games at a lot. He works at Trader Joe's, and he said, I played arcade mode, and like halfway through it, my thumb got tired. That is what I like to hear when it comes to video games. And so Shredder's Revenge is going to be one of those games that's going to make this top 5 right now when it comes to couch co-op or couch versus. If I got to throw one more out in the mix, it's got to be Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Honestly, Kirby and the Forgotten Land really is actually a lot of fun. And you can play this with other people. You can have this as a couch co-op. It's not going to be a versus, but a couch co-op. And I'm going to say it's a cute game to play with friends, and also very accessible for people if you're playing as a parent with a kid. Super, super accessible to get your kid involved in that game. If you're playing with someone who doesn't play video games, like a spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, what have you, again, a really, really good entry-level game to get someone involved. And I mean, there are so many. It Takes Two, dedicated two-player co-op game. I mean, there's so many games out there, but when it comes to games right now that you can get yourself on your Switch that are going to run well and you don't have to worry about all that frame rate stuff and all that nonsense and graphical things, you could just play good games. Those are going to be my top 5 now with that 6th Kirby game.